What's approaching the supreme moment, reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead.
What's good? So we're gonna pick back up on the Japanese lessons. I've been meaning to do this for a little while, and for this one we're gonna cover the Dokkan battle UI navigations. I figured it'd be a good way to not only teach Japanese, but also a good way for new players to figure out how to navigate within Dokkan battle itself, because with the recent version updates, a lot has changed over time. So I figured this would be a good way to kind of cover, basically kill two birds with one stone. So I'm not going to go into too much detail because I don't want to overload information on you guys per video, but for this one we will be covering the home screen and also the team options section. So we'll start with the very first one, which is you'll see the arrows and whatnot, so it'll be easier to identify what I'm talking about. But the first one I do want to cover is the Dragon Ball button. So the phonetics speaking, I want to make sure not only can you guys be able to navigate, but also get the phonetics and pronunciations correct. So I do want to kind of cover that in detail as well. So Dragon Ball is the pronunciation in Japanese for Dragon Ball, basically. And I'm sure you guys can easily identify that, but this is in the katakana form, and I've covered some of the hiraganas in the past, but there are three sets of alphabets right now in Japanese. Basically the hiragana form, katakana, and kanji, which is pretty much like the symbols, I guess is the best way to explain it. So the first button is Dragon Ball. So if I slow it down, its pronunciation will be Dragon Ball, which is Dragon Ball. Okay, so moving on to the next one, which is menu. So pronunciation is pretty similar. You guys can already figure out what this means. Menu, so menu. That's basically what that means. It's a menu option. The third one is oshirase. So slow it down, oshirase. Alright, oshirase is how you pronounce that one. This is the notification button. Next one is going to be the presento. So slow it down a little bit, presento, which is present or gift. So that's where you go for your gift box. And I'm sure a lot of you guys already know that. The next one is going to be mission. So slowing it down a little bit, it'll be mission. The little character you see, which is smaller font than the others, is basically a notation to basically pause or jump in. That's probably the best way to explain it. So that's why there's a brief pause when you say the word mission. All right, and obviously that's going to mean mission. So you understand the katakana format sounds similar to the English version, right? Or any other language for that matter. That's because most of the katakana symbols or alphabet is used for Japanese words that have been imported from a foreign language. So that's why in the katakana form, if you read it out, it's going to sound similar to whatever the native language is. It's basically because it's predominantly an imported word into the Japanese language. Alright, so moving on, the next one will be osusume character. So slowing it down, pronunciation will be osusume character. Alright, osusume character. This one is for the recommended characters. So basically this was newly added within the past month or so, I guess, but it's an option for the button to recommend units that you need to Dokkan Awaken or go through the story events or whatever the case is. Alright, next one is the home button. So slowing it down, it'll be home, and obviously that means home. So that will be the home button. The next one's going to be team. Alright, you guys can figure that one out. That's the team button. Okay, next one is the gacha. So, I mean, you guys say it in this format anyway. Gacha is basically the summons. So, gacha, yeah, is the summons button. Number 10 I have on my notes, and the next button is going to be shop. Alright, so you see the little alphabets there, and we'll cover this in detail later on with the hiragana and katakana kind of overview, but yeah, slowing it down, it'll be shop, which means the shop or store, basically where you go to get dragon stones and all that good stuff. The next one's going to be koukanjo. So slowing it down, the pronunciation will be koukanjo. Alright, koukanjo. That's going to be the exchange location. Now, if you hit the big button on the middle, which is Shupatsu, I didn't cover this in the comments myself, but that's usually the button you press to go to. In the past it was either quest or events. That has changed, and everything's consolidated into a couple of options within that. So within this button, you're going to have a couple of options, like I said, and the first one being Boken. All right, Boken. That's going to be your quest button. Number 2 is going to be Ibento. All right, slowing it down, it's going to be Ibento. Ibento. This is going to be your events. So again, katakana kind of mimics a lot of the English words a little bit, so you can kind of grasp what it means based on hearing it. You know what I mean? So I want to make sure that you guys do understand the phonetics and pronunciations and have that correct. It's not just about being able to just read and write or whatever. It's also about being able to speak it. At the end of the day, that's kind of probably one of the things you guys are wanting to learn, right? Is basically how to speak Japanese. All right. The third one is going to be Tenkaichi Budokai. All right, so you guys pretty much know what that is. Slowing it down, it's going to be Tenkaichi Budokai, which is going to be the Tenkaichi World Tournament. The next one is the Dairansen. All right, Dairansen, which is going to be Battlefield. All right, so that's the button for that. The next one is going to be Tsuioki no Tobira. So a lot of the ones that I just covered within the section do have the kanji lettering. So I did break it down into the hiragana format, so that way you guys can use the hiragana alphabet table to kind of reference the phonetics if you guys want to go back in and kind of review yourself, I guess. But Tsuioki no Tobira is gonna be the door of reminiscence or memory, is basically the newly added stuff where you get a key to go to like past events or Dokkan events that are currently unavailable. All right, so that was Tsuioku no Tobira. And Tobira actually means door. Tsuioku is the reminiscence or memory. Just to give you a more color on the word itself. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the team options setting or section. And we'll cover this one by one. The first one is gonna be Chimu Kesse. All right, again, Chimu Kesse. That's the pronunciation for that one. This is going to be the team build and setup section where you go to build your own teams and whatever. The next one is going to be Shugyo. Okay, Shu and Gyo, like Shugyo, just put together. Then you can say it faster and just say Shugyo. That's going to be your training section. Okay, the next one will be item. Item. And again, these are in katakana format, so if we speed it up, item, you already know what that means, items, okay? Number 4 is going to be Kara Ichiran. Kara Ichiran. So Kara is basically a short way of saying character. And I think you guys can pretty much understand what that means, which means characters. I mean, I'm sure you guys understand that by now. Ichiran means view at once. I guess that'd be the best translation for that. So view characters all at once, or view characters. That's the button for that one. The next one is a lot of kanji lettering, and I'm sure it looks a little bit confusing and crazy, but this means Senzai Noryoku Kaiho. Okay? Senzai Noryoku means the potential system. Kaiho means like release. Okay, so combine those together is basically release the hidden potential. Okay, and this is for the navigation to get to the potential system section within the game. So you know all about that. So I'm not going to cover in detail what that is. All right, the next one is going to be Baikyak. Baikyak. Okay, that is going to be your sell option. So that's where you go to sell either units, items, awakening medals. You have it. You know, all that good stuff. The next one's going to be kakuse. All right, kaku and sei put together. Kakuse. So kakuse. That's going to be your awakening section. The next one is going to be similar. Dokkan kakuse ichiran. So Dokkan, you guys obviously know what that is. Dokkan battle. You know, you've heard that plenty of times, I'm sure. Kakuse, again, that means awaken, and Ichiran, again, that means to basically view at once. All right. So basically, this is a section for Dokkan Awaken or Dokkan Awakening units. So that'll be your section to, select units to Dokkan Awaken. All right, the next one is going to be Zukan. All right, Z and Kan put together is going to be Zukan. That's essentially your library or gallery. That's where you go to basically, or glossary, I guess is the best word for it. You basically go there to see the units in the game, and it's in alphabetical order. Fortunately, it's in the hiragana format, so if you understand the hiragana alphabet, it's gonna, you're gonna have a better time, an easier time accessing the information. Okay, the last one I want to cover today. Again, this is in katakana form, so see if you can figure out just in Japanese what this means. Ribasu. Okay? Ribasu. Ribasu. So ribasu. That's the pronunciation for that, and obviously that means to reverse. So that'll be where you go to either reverse or reverse Dokkan Awaken a unit. Alright, so I know a lot of information was covered, and I kind of want to take this step by step because there is a lot of information to cover, and I don't want to, overload you guys with information per video. That way, this is why I want to space it out a little bit, but hopefully this will be a good way for you to learn, not only just how to navigate within Dokkan Battle if you're, exclusively a global player, but, also a good way to grasp, how to read Japanese, potentially how to write Japanese, and also how to pronounce Japanese correctly, because at the end of the day, pronunciation is very important. You want to be on a level where you want to be able to have a conversation in Japanese. I think that's the whole point of that, right? You want to be able to watch anime films or read manga, whatever, in Japanese, and I'm sure that's a lot of the reasonings as to why you guys want to learn Japanese. So hopefully, over the course of time, you guys get better comprehension of the Japanese language. And, as always, I definitely appreciate you watching. So we'll work on the next video little by little and take them from there. All right, I'll see you guys later.